We will not make our sons suffer because of your foolishness." Those words pierced the angel of sorrow deeply. Something inside him finally broke. He turned and he walked to the bedside where the sick little girl lay. Sitting beside her, he gently stroked her hair and asked, "Do you still want me to stay with you?" The girl drew a weak breath and replied,
"Why do you always start talking about this?"
Then she frowned, smiled, and taunted in weakness.
"Do you have some kind of illness too?"
The angel of sorrow answered, being sad. "You think everything is a joke. Don't you understand what's happening? If this continues, you'll die." His voice trembled.
"And I can't watch you die."
The girl spoke softly. "You don't have permission to leave." The angel looked at her. "I'm not dependent on your permission." The seriousness in his voice frightened her. For a moment, she said nothing. The angel lowered his head. Then he continued sadly.
"I've become selfish for your company, for your love. I keep allowing myself to watch you suffer. I watch you cry, and I stay."
His voice broke.
"Because I've become greedy. Look how far I've fallen."
Holding her hand, he shed tears. The little girl stared at him in confusion and alarm. She had never seen him like this. Eventually, his sobs faded. He remained sitting silently, his head bowed. The sight frightened her even more. For a while, she simply watched him. Then she gathered her courage and spoke.
"Why are you saying all this? Nothing has happened. Everyone gets sick sometimes, and then they get better, don't they?"
The angel laughed softly without lifting his head. Then he said, "You're right. If you get better, everything will be fine." A faint smile appeared on his face. "Perhaps I'm panicking." The girl smiled weakly.
"You're always in a panic."
The angel laughed again, and seeing him laugh brought her a little comfort. Wiping away his tears, he said, "There has probably never been another foolish human like you. Someone who stubbornly hugged sorrow and refused to let it go. Just because sorrow might feel sad, and because it might end up alone." The girl smiled through her weakness and said,
"When you see me sad, you become sad too. You do, don't you?"
The angel laughed sadly. "Yes." Then he shook his head. "I was wrong. You were right. You never chased me away." The girl laughed despite her illness.
"Then you lost the bet."
The angel smiled. "Yes, I lost." Then he reached inside his robe and pulled something out. "And that's why today I'm returning your 5 rupees." He placed the old 5 rupee coin into her hand. "Do you remember this? You gave it to me." The girl stared at the coin carefully.
"I gave this to you?"
she asked. The angel nodded. "You gave me everything you had." His eyes softened. "And now, I'm giving you everything I have." The little girl smiled and squeezed his hand tightly. The angel looked at her for a long moment. Then he said, "You spent 6 happy years with me, for me. Now, according to the laws of creation, I can now grant you 1 wish." The girl asked innocently,
"What do you mean?"
The angel replied, "It means that because you became the companion of my loneliness, you have earned a reward. That is the rule." He paused. Then he looked into her eyes and continued softly, "It means that now I can grant you a boon. Ask for whatever you wish. I will give it to you. But," he paused for a moment, "the boon must not be connected to me in any way. Other than that, whatever you ask for, I can grant." A look of shining astonishment appeared on the girl's face. Her eyes and mouth widened as she asked, "I will get a boon?" The angel smiled and replied, "Yes." The girl asked with even greater amazement, Anything I want. The angel nodded. As long as it is not connected to me in any way. Why is that so? The girl asked. The angel smiled faintly and said, Because I am the one granting the boon.
Oh,
The girl exclaimed. The angel laughed. So tell me, what do you wish for? Ask for anything for yourself. The girl looked a little confused. Then she asked softly, If I ask for other people along with myself, will that be granted too? The smile on the angel's face deepened. Whatever you ask for shall be granted. Hearing that, the girl sat upright in excitement, but immediately began to pant. Gently stroking her head, the angel said, Easy. The girl spoke eagerly. I want everyone in this village to be equally happy. I want all of us to be equal, with no one considered higher or lower than anyone else. I don't want any of us to suffer. I want everyone to be healthy. I want everyone to be able to study and learn properly. And I don't want anyone to be anyone else's servant. I want everyone to be wealthy. She spoke all of it in a single breath, carried away by excitement. Only then did she stop. Now she was looking at the angel with bright, sparkling eyes, as if silently asking, Will all of that really happen? Then she noticed tears gathering in the angel's eyes. The girl slowly fell silent. The angel gently pulled her into an embrace and, in a trembling voice, said, You shall have all of it. The girl burst into cheerful laughter and bounced in place before hugging him tightly as well. You're the best friend in the whole world. The angel smiled. You are too. Then he slowly pulled away from her and, with a wide smile, said, Aren't you going to go and see how everything is changing? The girl stared at him in surprise. It's already started. Absolutely, the angel replied happily. The girl suddenly began looking around. Then she realized something. She no longer felt weak. Looking at him in astonishment, she said, You're telling the truth. I don't feel weak anymore. She stared at her friend in disbelief. The angel looked back at her with tears in his eyes and a faint, bittersweet smile on his face. Then he said, Go on, run. Check whether everything is happening properly. And if something goes wrong, you'll make sure it's corrected, won't you? Waves of joy and amazement rushed through the girl. She immediately got up and ran outside. Once outside, everything appeared completely normal. Confused, she looked around. Then her eyes fell upon an elderly man from the village. He was pulling a cart loaded with a huge pile of firewood. Suddenly, one of the wheels struck a stone, and the logs began to tumble off the cart. The girl gasped and ran toward him. Careful, uncle, she cried, grabbing hold of the old man before he could lose his balance. It's all right, I'll pick up the logs. But the moment she said it, fear crept into her heart. For years, people had pushed her away. She expected him to scold her, refuse her help, and send her away just like everyone else used to. Instead, the old man steadied himself and smiled warmly. Thank you, child, he said. You came at just the right time. Otherwise, I might have fallen too. The girl froze in surprise. Then a small smile slowly appeared on her face. The old man bent down to help gather the fallen logs. Come, he said kindly. I'll help you pick them up too. The girl quickly shook her head. Oh no, uncle. Only a few logs fell. I can gather them myself. You should sit and rest. Just then, the old man's son came running toward them, breathless with excitement. Father, he shouted, a huge order has come from the city for our wood and clay pots. The old man stared at him in disbelief. The girl's mouth fell open. The son continued excitedly. From the way they were talking, it sounded like they're going to buy all of our stock at once. And they even said they'll pay extra because everyone speaks highly of us. They said we're honest and trustworthy people. The old man's eyes filled with joy. Laughing happily, he pulled his son into a tight embrace. The two stood there smiling, unable to contain their excitement. The girl watched them with shining eyes. Suddenly, she heard a child shouting somewhere nearby. "Mom! Mom!" She immediately turned and ran toward the voice. A young boy had just returned home from school and was eagerly showing a notebook to his mother. "Mom, look!" he exclaimed. "Today I got 10 out of 10 in English and mathematics, and I got an A+ too." His face glowed with happiness as he continued. "You know, Mum, today everything made sense. I understood all my lessons, and studying was actually fun." The boy's mother looked as if she could hardly believe it. She hugged him tightly, overwhelmed with joy. Until now, her son had always struggled with his studies, but today felt like a miracle. Nearby, a few men were walking together and talking amongst themselves. "You know," one of them said, "my back and waist hurt much less while working today. Right now, it feels like the pain won't be nearly as bad tomorrow either." The girl stood there listening. Everywhere she looked, people seemed happier. Everywhere she listened, she heard good news. Slowly, she stepped backward, her eyes growing wider and wider. Then she whispered to herself, "You were telling the truth." Her voice trembled. "Everything really is getting better." Tears of happiness gathered in her eyes. "You truly gave me a boon." The moment those words left her lips, she turned around and ran home as fast as she could. When she arrived, she found her father speaking excitedly to her mother. "The landlord has asked me to stop doing manual labor," he was saying. "He's given me work managing his accounts instead. He said I can read, write, and calculate well, so he wants me to help with bookkeeping." The girl's eyes lit up. "Really, father?" she exclaimed. Her parents immediately rushed toward her. Her father hugged her tightly and said, "Now we'll finally be able to afford proper treatment for you, my child." Her mother lovingly stroked her hair. Just then, another excited voice echoed through the house. "Wow! Does that mean Sister is going to get better now?" Everyone turned. Her younger brother came running toward them with a bright smile. "Will you play with me now, Sister?" he asked happily. The girl stared at him in astonishment. For the first time in her life, he was speaking to her with genuine affection. Tears instantly filled her eyes. She pulled him into a tight embrace and whispered, "Yes, my brother. From now on, I'll play with you every day." Gradually, an atmosphere of happiness spread throughout the entire village. In every home, someone was surprised and delighted by some piece of good news. Days passed, and word spread across the village that good fortune seemed to be arriving from every direction.